What's going on, everybody? C4 here, and welcome back to the newest episode of the Realistic Rebuilds. As part of our updated post-free agency series, we've already done the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns, and now it's time to continue to look at teams that have drastically changed, maybe for the worst, from this free agency period, and that is the New York Football Giants. This is a roster that has gone from, with a lot of superstars to literally one of the lowest base starting overalls for any team here in Madden 19. Through the magic of Madden, though, we will be playing as if the 2018 season is about to happen, but we are without Odell Beckham Jr. We are without Landon Collins, and we're going to be trying our best to still find a way to make this roster competitive. So we got Eli Manning at quarterback. We're going to have to draft a QB as soon as possible. I don't think Kyle Aletta really is going to be the guy. Saquon Barkley is a freak of nature at the running back spot and is probably the best running back overall, I would like to think, in Madden this year. So we're going to have no real worries about that. Wide receiver, we have two slot wide receivers as our best options in Golden Tate and Sterling Shepard. Golden Tate did play a little bit outside wide receiver with the Seattle Seahawks, but ultimately he is proven to be a tremendous slot. So, I mean, in real life, it kind of makes sense because Golden Tate and Sterling Shepard are just going to run the dink and dunk routes, which is pretty much all Eli Manning can kind of run at a high level. But they don't really have an outside wide receiver, so that is something we need to try and find. Latimer's just a guy. Corey Coleman, I mean, he's fun to play with in Madden, but for the sim, I don't know how well he's actually going to develop. We have Evan Engram here, who's a very, very nice tight end prospect for the Madden game. He's very overpowered. Brett Ellison has a pretty garbage contract that we're going to try to get out of. Offensive line, all right, we have Nate Solder. Got to find a way to get out of this deal. I can't believe they gave this guy this much money and pretty much gave the Patriots a free third-round pick for an average offensive lineman because they got, obviously the comp picks. So we're going to try, and as soon as we can get out of Nate Solder's contract, we will. We got Will Hernandez. That was a very good draft pick last season. The rest of the offensive line is not particularly great outside of Kevin ZEITLER, who is really, really good, but for the sake of a 5-year rebuild, age 28 is kind of rough, but he should be fine for the time being. Look at the defense. This is a team that still is kind of transitioning from a 4-3 to a 3-4, and they don't really have all the pieces in place. We don't really have a guy here at left end. At right end, we got BJ Hill, who's a 77 normal dev out of NC State. That should be fine. He should develop into the low 80s and should be a staple of this defensive front. Same with Dalvin Tomlinson of Alabama. He is our nose tackle, 83 quick. Linebacking core, they brought in Marcus Golden via free agency. He had a really big year a couple years ago with the Arizona Cardinals. I'm kind of more so assuming he'll just be a guy until we can find an actual replacement there. In the middle of the linebacking core, again, got a fairly ugly contract for Alec Ogletree. He had a bunch of interceptions last year, but from as far as I could tell, those kind of are just, if you're box score watching, maybe he looked like he had a pretty good year, but for the most part, definitely didn't play up to the contract that he had. So we definitely need to find out a middle linebacker. Lorenzo Carter is the upside. He is the player that I really am going to have to hope develops here for our linebacking core. So at least we have one of 4 spots already decided here for this linebacking core. In the secondary, we got Janoris Jenkins, a.k.a. Jackrabbit, one of the, I'll tell you, I've always said every time we talk about him, probably the best cornerback I've ever seen the Florida Gators have, and then he obviously had transfer. He's still all right, but he's 29. It's just not good for the rebuild. Grant Haley, though, was a great find here for the Giants. He is 22 with a 75 overall. Maybe we can develop him. They got Sam Beal, who they took in the supplemental draft as a third-round pick. He's a 70 quick. We'll get him a lot of playing time and see if we can develop him into something. Free safety is just, nope, not great. Bethea is a nice Band-Aid, I guess, but he's 34. And then at strong safety, we do have Jabrill Peppers, and we've had I don't know how many Cleveland Brown videos, or any time we've used him in a rebuild, but he usually is a pretty good lock to have a chance at getting into a 99. So at least from a Madden standpoint, going from Jabrill Peppers, or going from Landon Collins to Jabrill Peppers is not that big of a drop-off. They got Rosas here, who's actually one of the best kickers in the league after last season. We'll actually see if we can hold on to him, but really, special teams doesn't mean much. We had to do some manipulation, but we were able to get that first-round pick from the Cleveland Browns, and we also have our first round. So 2 first-round picks in the upcoming draft is going to be huge for how we do this rebuild, but I'm about as excited as an Eagle fan could be doing a rebuild for the Giants, but it was definitely the most requested rebuild from, I guess we'll call it the new realistic rebuild that you guys want to see. So I'm going to give it to you because I'm a man of the people. Let's get into year number 1 of this goddamn garbage New York Giants rebuild. And at the end of year number 1, hey, the Giants struggled. Surprise, surprise. 5-11. Dave Gettleman might not know what's best for. We're not gonna make this into a personal video. I want to try and help you Giant fans out and give you guys something excited to be about. So yeah, we finished 5-11. Last in the NFC East. Eli Manning was pretty Eli Manning-ish 4,100 passing yards, 23 touchdowns to 13 interceptions. Guarantee, like, you know, what is the attempts? 565 attempts. I would like to think that probably 530 of those were checkdowns. On the running back front, Saquon Barkley, pretty nice year as a rookie, 1,100 yards, 9 tutties. Wayne Gallman vultured him quite a bit, but still, I'll take it. The collective whole is better than the soul. We got Sterling Shepard, 81 catches, 1,100 yards, 7 tutties. For like really only wide receiver that has some upside for us, that is a really good starting point for him. 900 yards, 5 touchdowns from Golden Tate, 704 from Evan Engram. Corey Coleman had some decent production as well. Defensively, Alec Ogletree led the team, 118 tackles, 5 TFLs, 6.5 sacks, 4 picks. That's really good production for like a 72 overall linebacker. Jabrill Peppers had a nice year as well, 112 tackles, 9 TFLs, 3 interceptions as our strong safety and starting money backer. We got 63 tackles, 9 TFLs, 8.5 sacks from rookie Lorenzo Carter. I'll take that all damn day. Really nice year from Dalvin Thompson, too. 13 tackles for loss, 5 sacks. On the interception front, Ogletree led the team. Jabrill Peppers had 3. Sam Beal had 2. A couple singles down there. Looking at the yearly awards, MVP went to Marcus. What? Okay. Marcus Mariota got the MVP award. Sure. Offensive Player of the Year went to Todd Gurley. You know one. Defensive Player of the Year went to Corey Littleton. Alec Ogletree coming in at number 5. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Josh Rosen, with Saquon Barkley coming in at 2. I mean, Saquon already had that superstar dev, so it doesn't really matter a whole lot there. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Roquan Smith. Grant Haley coming in at number 5. Lorenzo Carter at number 7. Sam Beal at number 9. So the young guys, the youngsters on the Giants getting lots of production here. But now let's dip into the offseason and obviously, more importantly, get ready for that 2019 draft where we have 2 first-round picks. Let's see where the Browns finished up. So we're going to have picks 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to have number 4. We're in real life. They have 6, so we have a decent pick there. And the Browns actually... Oh, God damn it. Oh, God damn it. We're going to probably pick freaking last in the first round, whereas the Browns pick that the Giants got was actually pick 17. All right, so coming into the free agency period, we're actually going to spend a little bit of money here. We got Hollywood Higgins, who I actually think could be a nice little value pick. He's a 75 overall. I've always been a big fan of him out of Colorado State, but he actually has a sneaky quick dev trait, which would be really, really nice. We got Morgan Fox here, 24-77 DN. Scheme fit. Brian Body Calhoun at free safety, reunited him with Jabrill Peppers. And then Shaq Barrett somehow went off. I think he went to the Bucks. Come away with an 84-star dev, which we desperately need another outside linebacker to pair with Lorenzo Carter. Of course, we got massive bids there from the Redskins, so hopefully he likes to take our bid. But in reality, you know, this is a decent free agent period if we can get all 4 of these guys as we get ready for our 2 first-round picks. The Browns did win the Super Bowl, so we have obviously a top 5 pick, and then we have the very last pick in the first round. We have a whole lot of things still open to us here in the first round. We can go Haskins, DK Metcalf, AJ Brown. We got pretty much all the big offensive line prospects, which, you know, Jawan Taylor at right tackle would be a huge get, as would Cody Ford. There's still big names on the defensive side. Nick Bosa, Montez Sweat, Ja'Kai Polite, Brian Burns, Rashawn Gary. These guys are scheme fits, as is Devin White, Devin Bush, Josh Allen, Byron Murphy. You even get all the top tier free safeties, because we actually did not get Brian Body Calhoun or Shaquille Barrett in free agency. We did get Hollywood Higgins and Fox, the defensive end. But ultimately, I think we have to go with our quarterback, our franchise QB. And with that, we are selecting Dwayne Haskins, the quarterback from Ohio State, coming in as a 76 quick. He got his work cut out for him, the youngster. But that 91 throw power, his ability, especially short-term accuracy, intermediate passes are big-time pluses. And unlike in real life, we're probably going to give him full reign to this offense and not have him sit behind Eli Manning. So here's a final recap from that 2019 draft. So the first round, as you saw, we got Dwayne Haskins, the new franchise quarterback here for the New York Giants. I wonder if we can make him a 7. Oh, which we can. We can give him back his college number. Congrats to you. Then at the final pick of the first round, we got Montez Sweat, the freak of nature from Mississippi State. 76 quick dev, will be an outside linebacker for us. Obviously, with that insane combine, you got at 6'5", 244. He's actually, you know, we were a little bit jazzed. He lost a little bit of weight here. He's 260. We'll say if he's transitioned outside linebacker, he'll be about 255, you know. But still coming with that 89 speed, 90 acceleration, 83 finesse move. Really good block shed. Just a lot of upside there. We had 2 freaks in Montez Sweat and Lorenzo Carter. We got N'Keal Harry here, wide receiver in the second round. We got Juan Thornhill, free safety from Virginia. in the 3rd round. We got finished up with Justin Lane, Tristan Hill, Dennis Daly, Zach Gentry, and Winston Dimmel. Obviously, we weren't able to get the offensive line that we really wanted to try to build up in this draft. So hopefully, you know, the sim is kind of fair. We all know the offensive line doesn't really mean much in the sim. We actually used the Giants in a little experiment to prove that it didn't make sense, where we had like an all 45 offensive line, or even worse than that, and they still were all right. So we still don't want to ignore the offensive line, but for now, I really do think we had a really good starting point for a draft, and we can look towards next offseason and next draft to finishing and building up that offensive line. While we're here, I just want to plug my rosters here on the Discord, my draft classes we're going to be using. Right here, we got our 2020, and we just previously saw the 2019. Also, I do need to shout out for like the base free agency roster, Josh336, who hooked me up with this file, the PC file. That's almost up to date. You know, it's a couple days old, but still the best working one I've been able to find. So shout out to Josh336. Thank you very much. Halfway point of your number 2. Look at contracts here. There's only really one contract I see. Bye-bye, Eli. You're gone. The punter's all right. Goodson's like a decent depth player, but I do feel like we could upgrade. But Sterling Shepard is without a doubt a wide receiver that we want in our long-term plans. And of course he wants more money. We'll probably give it to him, though. And at the end of your number 2, obviously a little bit still of a transitionary period. We finished 6-9-1, so I guess ahead of the Eagles here in the NFC East. We had Dwayne Haskins up to an 81 overall. Did not get a dev trait boost, but we got Juan Thornhill, Jabrill Peppers, and MONTEZ Sweat all made the Pro Bowl. Jabrill Peppers, he got a dev trait increase to a superstar. Juan Thornhill, our 3rd round pick, got up to a quick dev from a normal. And MONTEZ Sweat, our 2nd pick in the 1st round, is up to a star. So overall, wow, great production and development from our players here. Take a look at the stats. Dwayne Haskins as a rookie, 4,100 passing yards, 24 touchdowns to 12 picks. It's not that bad, given his weapons. Running the ball, almost 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns from Saquon Barkley. We got 78 catches, almost 1,000 yards, 8 tutties from Golden Tate, 860 and 2 from Engram, 630 and 5 from N'Keal Harry, 850 and 7 from Sterling Shepard, who we were able to work out a long-term deal with. Defensively, we had a lot of tackles here from Thornhill, Goodson, and Jabrill Peppers. We got 11 sacks, 13 TFLs from MONTEZ Sweat, 9 and 9.5 from Lorenzo Carter. So that is just terrifying athleticism from the outside edge here for this 3-4 defense. 5 picks from Jackrabbit. Love seeing it. Glad we kept him on the roster even at a kind of ugly contract. Looking at the yearly awards, MVP went to Baker Mayfield. Ew. Gross. NFC Offensive Player of the Year went to Ezekiel Elliott. We had nobody. Defensive Player of the Year went to Blake Martinez. We had nobody. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Dwayne Haskins. And we didn't get a dev trade in. Oh, he might have. He might have. We'll double check that. N'Keal Harry coming in at number 2. Zach Gentry at 6. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Devin Bush, with MONTEZ Sweat coming in at number 2. Juan Thornhill at number 4. Did he get the dev trait? He got the Rookie of the Year. I mean, it almost was automatic in Madden 18 that if you got the Rookie of the Year, you get a dev trait increase. He unfortunately did not. He's staying with a quick, which is absolutely brutal. But what we are doing, as you can tell, is we're saving and hoarding up that XP for Pat Shurmur. So we actually might be able to buy it now to get the QB boost. Oh, he already has it. So we've been saving it for no reason. Okay. So I really want to maximize LB and DBs right away. So maybe that's why Dwayne Haskins has developed nicely, and he's already an 80-plus QB. So that being said, fellas, let's just jump into the offseason and hopefully have another big, productive draft and free agency. So going into free agency, there's 2 main targets that we would like to get. First up is DJ Reader, who we would, of course, slide into the left defensive end spot. He's a 90s, 26. Works out well. Then we got Reggie Ragland in the interior, 26-78. Going for a big bid here, as we do need to get just a lot more production and more talent with more upside and availability to develop, which we don't really have in Alec Ogletree in the interior of our linebacking core. So for free agency, we didn't really get what we wanted. We were able to get Reggie Ragland, but we missed out on the defensive end and DJ Reader. So here's how we approached the draft. It was finally time to build up this offensive line. In the first round of pick 10, we got Tyler Bidash, 78 star dev center. Maybe as hyped about offensive lineman since Quentin Nelson. There's no way he's going to suck, so he's a big-time get. Then the second round, we got ALARIC Jackson at tackle, 75 quick dev from Iowa. He could probably play left or right. We still have Nate Solder's ugly contract on the books for 1 more year. We still can't get out of it, so we'll find a way to put him on the O-line. We got Ben Cleveland here, too, a massive human being. We actually might flex him out to one of the other tackle spots that we still have open, as he's a 74 quick, and try and take advantage of that dev trait, because our two guards in Will Hernandez and Zeitler are the best players on our offensive line. We got James Lynch from Baylor, defensive end. He is a 72 quick in the 4th round, good dev trait. Colin Schooler, linebacker from Alabama in the 5th. Drew Chrisman, punter from Ohio State in the 6th. And Tega Wanogo, tackle from Auburn here in the 7th, just as a death move. But this was the time to build up this offensive line, and I think we made a lot of good moves with potentially 3 new starters, all with great dev traits. Year 3 is here, and our roster is finally starting to take some shape here. We're at 80 overall. We got Cleveland, Bidash, and Alaric Jackson. All 3 of those draft picks, 1, 2, and 3, I think, in the draft, are going to be starting on the offensive line to pair that with Will Hernandez and Zeitler. Ingram's up to an 89. We're going to have Golden, Tate, Sterling, Shepard, and N'Keal Harry as our wide receiver core. Saquon Barkley's a 95. Dwayne Haskins is up to an 81. On the defense, still a work in progress, but I like how some of our guys that we've gambled on are developing. Grant Haley's an 82. Sam Beal's a 78. We got BJ Hill, 81. Dalvin Thompson's up to an 89. Jabrill Peppers is a 98. We got Montez Sweat and Lorenzo Carter, both 82s coming off that edge. Reggie Ragland, who we signed via free agency. Juan Thornhill's up to a 79. So I think we saw sooner than late. Probably by the end of this year, we might have one of the best young secondaries in football and one of the best young edge rushers tandem, if you want to call it that, in the NFL. So very optimistic about this year, and I feel like this year we might be able to set our expectations at making the playoffs. All right, actually, take away what I said about hopefully making the playoffs. Midway point of year 3, we're 2-5 right now, which is not very good and not looking good. We're sitting bottom of the NFC East. We're getting good development, though, out of our players, so it's, you know, I guess it's all just going to continue to shape up for a year 5 Super Bowl or bust. That's kind of what I'm at. We have Jabrill Peppers, who got himself to a 99 overall. It is time to pay the piper there. Great development. We got Evan Engram, another contract. We're spending a lot of money here. He wants more. Great. All right, Dalvin Thompson. Hey, let's go. This is a great offer for a nose tackle. Thank you very much. We got Grant Haley, who developed into a very nice cornerback here. 83 quick. He wants more money. We'll have to pay it to him. Jack, I mean, pretty much everyone outside of that is just, you know, in reality, depth that we can probably let hit the market. It will stuck with Janoris Jenkins, who's coming off 5 interceptions last year, but it's just, I mean, $2 million. We don't really have anyone else behind him. You know, I'll see if he'll take that. If he'll take that offer, we'll retain him on the roster. Oh, screw you then, bud. Screw you then, bud. So Grant Haley and Evan Engram will definitely come back and work out long-term deals for both of those guys. But we're locking up. We're keeping all these guys in-house and not letting them hit the open market. Okay, this was a good year. This was not a great year for our team. Bottom, once again, the NFC East, 6-10, but we had good development. We're an 85 overall, 91 offense, 85 defense, so the team is coming together. It's just, you know, part of the growing pains, I assume. I mean, we got Jackson, Alaric Jackson, into the 80s. Bidash up to an 86. Ben Cleveland might actually emerge as a starting right tackle for us. Saquon's very close to that 99. N'Keal Harry's emerging as a legitimate playmaker. Defensively, I mean, Montez Sweat, Lorenzo Carter developing nicely. Thornhill developed nice. Our corners, Grant Haley and Sam Beal, are growing. So we're almost there. I like to think that we are almost there, but still the record is not really showing that. Look at the stats here. Dwayne Haskins, almost 4,000 passing yards, 27 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. We get 11, almost 1,200 rushing yards, 9 tutties from Saquon Barkley. Receiving, 87 catches, 1,200 yards, 12 touchdowns from Sterling Shepard. Really good. 665 and 2 from Harry. 671 and 4 from Engram. Definitely want to see more production there from Harry and Engram. Look at the defense. No one over 100 tackles, but Ogletree has been very productive for us. We got 9 sacks, 10 TFLs from Montez Sweat. Tomlinson also had a pretty big year. Interceptions definitely still kind of low given the talent in our secondary. Yearly awards, Mariota won his 2nd MVP of this rebuild, which is ridiculous. In the NFC, Offensive Player of the Year went to Ezekiel Elliott. We had nobody. Defensive Player of the Year went to Khalil Mack. We had nobody. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Demetrius Robinson. We had nobody. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Khalil Hudson. And we had nobody. My God. Just a down year for individual. Everyone kind of sucked. But at least they're developing. They're growing. And we're going to have another big offseason where hopefully we can get free up like $30 million of cap by getting on from Nate Solder's contract. And I think we're going to splurge here in free agency. So going into year 4, I mean, we have a lot of salary. This is a terrible free agency period. So because we have moved on from Golden Tate, we'll look at bringing in Zay Jones, who is really, really good for us anytime we actually use her in game. So hopefully if we go to a Super Bowl or bust, Zay Jones is a favorite target of mine here in Madden and is definitely a very nice wide receiver 3 option. So we can have Harry and Zay Jones on the outside and Sterling Shepard in the slot. So as we get ready for year 4, the free agency period wasn't the best, but the draft was, because we got back into that delicious random generated draft classes. So at pick 11 in the first round, we got SHAMELL Bass, 80 quick dev corner from Tennessee. He's 21, 6 feet tall, 93 speed, 82 man, 86 zone. Like, he's as complete of a cornerback as we've ever drafted in a rebuild. Second round, we got MATHIS, linebacker from Texas A&M. He is a 76 quick. Really fast at a blazing 40, got 86 speed there, 89 acceleration, good hit power. Probably will start for us. Third round, we got Jameek McKinney, 76 normal dev D tackle from Texas. A little bit undersized, but hopefully he can fit on there on the defensive line somewhere. SEGWICK Battles, running back from Minnesota, 73. We got a 73 tight end, Cole McKee, and then just 2 depth guys to finish out the draft. But a very good draft, and oh boy, do I ever love these random drafts. Now, let's get into year 4 and hopefully actually put together a decent win-loss record. So as we start year 4, our team is, again, very good on paper. 87 overall, 91 offense, 89 defense. As far as offense is concerned, though, no changes outside of bringing in Zay Jones to the wide receiver core. Defensively, a couple changes here. MATHIS, our second-round draft pick, will be starting alongside Reggie Ragland in the interior there. Bass, our first-round draft pick, will be also getting on the field quite a bit as our third corner. I think he'll be outside because we'll move Grant Haley inside to where he's going to be more beneficial as our nickel. But still, I'm expecting worst-case scenario, like 8 wins, best-case scenario, 11 wins. So the midway point of year number 4, which is always the wonky, weird year for sim results. We are 3-4. The Redskins are walking away with the division, but I mean, we're still technically in it. Could battle for a wild card spot. Looking at contracts here, this is going to be a very expensive offseason, but we're going to try to make sure we can retain to our own Saquon Barkley here. We're going to look at bringing back Mr. Will Hernandez. Very nice draft class when all is said and done. We'll have to come back to the table for him. Lorenzo Carter, thank you, sir. Please come back. BJ Hill's been a very nice player on our defensive line. Hasn't had any standout performances, but still has been solid, consistent. Kevin ZEITLER holding on to his rating pretty well into his later ages. We'll have to come back for him. Sam Beal has developed as a very nice corner, 83 quick. We're able to get him to resign. Morgan Fox has actually done pretty well, taken over. I think he was a 77 normal, and we've grown him into an 81 quick. So that is, it's decent production here. And we're able to get him locked up. So we'll come back for a couple of these guys that want a little bit more money, make sure we can re-sign them, but pretty good in-house signings here for the Giants in year 4. And at the end of year 4, yeah, not good. Not good yet again. 7-9. I mean, we're trending in the right direction, but I'm more so looking at the roster where it's at for a year 5 Super Bowl or bust push, and it's looking pretty decent. We finished 92 overall, 97 offense, 93 defense, and all these guys are locked in long term. Look at how they actually played. 3,800 passing yards, 30 tutties to 12 interceptions for Dwayne Haskins is not bad. Almost 1,400 yards, 7 touchdowns from Saquon Barkley. On the receiving standpoint, no standout receiver, but the collective whole between Harry, Shepard, Engram, and Zay Jones, obviously throwing in a little bit of Saquon, was pretty good. Defensively, Sam Beal led our team with tackles. I don't know how good that is to have your cornerback leading your team in tackles. Usually it's never pretty good. 13 TFLs, 15 sacks from MONTEZ Sweat, so finally maybe a breakout year for him. But BJ Hill, Dalvin Tomlinson, Lorenzo Carter, all were just beasts. Grant Haley, I mean, interceptions could stand out a little bit more to have more, a standout. But, as a collective, that's not bad in terms of turnovers. Yearly awards, MVP went to Mariota's just a god, I guess. That's his 3rd MVP in this rebuild. Offensive Player of the Year in the NFC went to Todd Gurley. We had nobody. Defensive Player of the Year went to Reuben Foster, with MONTEZ Sweat coming in at number 5. And who really cares about all these rookies and stuff? So we're going to a year 5 Super Bowl or bust with an incredibly stacked team. Hopefully the sim gods are going to be nice to us, and we can actually do something in year 5. So, yeah, we're going to a year 5 Super Bowl bust. I feel let's get a little ridiculous since our high overall team has done nothing in the sim. So I'm going to bid on Van Der Esch and Darius Leonard 299s. We're going to actually convert them to make them both inside linebackers for our team. Orlando Brown at right tackle, he's a 91. We got Darius, big play, Slay at cornerback, and Austin Corbett at guard to solidify this offensive line. We get these guys, there's a legitimate shot. Our team's going to be 99-99, and just watch the batted sim hit us with, like, oh, yeah, struggling to get above 500. But we have max bids on all these guys, so even if, like, the sim will tell us right away how this year 5 is going to go, because we should get all of these guys, and if we don't, it's absolutely ridiculous because we're bidding, like, $10 million more than every other second-place team. Very nice. We got all of these guys, and our team is going to be a 99-99 once we, maybe not, but let's move them in. Let's do it right now. Let's bring it to you live. So we're going to take Leighton Vander Esch here and move him into middle linebacker. Again, we actually maybe aren't compensating for the fact that their 99s might decrease just a little bit moving inside, even though that's clearly where their skill set should be. And then we'll take Darius Leonard here and move him in inside. Obviously, Darius Leonard, big fan of the channel. Shout out to, you know, he's definitely watching. What's his name? The Savage or the Maniac? That's his nickname. He's probably watching right now. Shout out to, hey, what's up, man? How's it going? There we go. We're 99.99. Oh, good night. Good night. I actually think what I'm actually going to do, too, is I'm gonna bring in Duke Johnson. I think he's like an 89. I'm gonna bring him in to be our backup to Saquon, because we can. So, looking at our draft recap, I'm not gonna lie, I pretty much set the board and let the computer take care of the rest. Early, we looked good. The depth was terrible, but in the third round, we got Jamario Mays, 73 normal out of Delaware State. Second round, Roman Rhodes, 75 wide receiver from Syracuse. And then in the first round, we get a very nice left guard here in Sean Printers from Utah, 21. Lots of upside there for him. But ultimately, this draft class doesn't really mean a whole lot, as you know, our team is pretty much set for us to have really any opportunity at winning a Super Bowl in year number 5. So as we go into year 5, scariest team we've built in a rebuild, pretty damn close. This is probably like fringe top 5. Our offensive line is absolutely stacked. Only one player below A, which is ALARIC Jackson. Still, he's an 84 tackle. We bringing in Corbett in free agency and Orlando Brown to shore up the right side of the O-line. Ingram's up to a 92. Hernandez in the 90s. Sterling Shepard, 91. Zay Jones, our third wide receiver, is an 88. Saquon's a 99. Our backup running back, Duke Johnson's an 89. Dwayne Haskins up to an 87. I guess he's probably literally been the only disappointment. And that's even, you know, as an 87 overall franchise quarterback in Madden terms of disappointment. I don't necessarily think so. N'Keal Harry's up to a 91. On the defense, we got Fox Tomlinson and BJ Hill on the defensive line. Lorenzo Carter, 89. Van Der Esch, 97. Leonard, 97. Montez Sweat, 94. This is definitely the best linebacking core we've got. Obviously, we paid for it on the inside anyways, but that is just scary good. Jabrill Peppers is a 99. Thornhill's an 89. We bring in Big Play Slay to pair that with Beal, who's a 86. We got Bass. Why is it S Beal? What's his name? Oh, Sam Beal. Yeah, we got Haley, 87. I mean, look at that, man. This team is just absolutely stacked from top to bottom. In reality, this should be a team that has a chance to go 16-0. I'm just hoping for like 11 wins and a wild card berth. Come on, game, hook me up. And at the end of year number 5, we did get that first round bye, which was clutch. I can almost say right now, this is got to be like our strongest team. Everyone on offense, every one of our starters, I mean, minus the fullback, which I mean, you know, it is what it is an A grade, which is terrifying. Everyone on defense is an A grade from, you know, the back end anyways. And then the front, I mean, we got a B plus at D tackle. Let's be honest, it's still a 94. That should be an A. And then you got Morgan Fox as a B plus fringe A grade. So this is just, what did we finish? 13-3 on the season, which is still pretty good. Maybe, you know, maybe I hold my expectations a little bit high for this team. Like, this team should have went 16-0. Looking at our stats as we head into our first round bye and await our opponent in the NFC divisional round. Dwayne Haskins had a very nice season, a breakout year, if you will. 4,000 passing yards, 37 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. We got almost 1,400 rushing yards, 9 tutties from Saquon Barkley. We got on the receiving standpoint, I mean, no standouts, but, you know, again, the whole was pretty good. Phrasing, for sure. But we got almost 900 yards, 11 tutties from Sterling Shepard, 707 from Harry, 6 and 6 from Engram, 750 and 8 from Zay Jones. On the defensive front, Van Der Esch, just a tackle machine. Paid for that, though. We got 12 sacks, Montez Sweat, 9.5 from Lorenzo Carter. We got 6 picks from Big Play Slay, 4 from Sam Beal, and a couple singles. Like, just outstanding from top to bottom is this team. Yearly awards, MVP went to Todd Gurley, with Dwayne Haskins coming in at number 4. Did we get Coach of the Year, actually? Did Mr. Pat Sherman? Hey, congrats. You got Coach of the Year because I've built you the best team possible. Offensive Player of the Year in the NFC went to Todd Gurley, with Dwayne Haskins coming in at number 3. Saquon Barkley at number 10. Defense Player of the Year went to Khalil Mack, with Van Der Esch at 3. Darius Leonard at 4. Montez Sweat at 5. Juwan Thornhill at 6. Grant Haley at 7. Darius Slay at 8. I've never seen anything like that before. That is ridiculous. So, good year, man. Good year, guys. Great year. Let's just see how far we can go in this playoffs. It is Super Bowl or bust, so I am going to be controlling this team. I don't know if that's a positive or a negative, but right off the bat, we are going to be playing the Washington Redskins to find out who really is the best team in the NFC East, as we just made Grant Haley another 90 overall player to throw on to this defense. All right, we're coming into this game with our freak team down 10-0. Okay, let's see if we get a big play here right out the rip. 87 beats his man. Doesn't really have a whole lot there, but he's a better player. And he gets pass interference, but it's never called. Oh, let's go. That got to be a touchdown. Finally doing something, getting on the board. Our defense has not been helping us out, giving up 10 points. But at least on offense, when we hop in, I can do something. Nice little touchdown there. Dwayne Haskins to Evan Engram. All right, we're moving right now to open up the second half. We are 1st and 10 on the 15-yard line. For whatever reason, I can't run with Saquon Barkley, so we're pretty much got to abandon the run game and try to hope to God that we could just continue to pass our way to success. A awkward throw on the run from Dwayne Haskins still is able to connect in the red zone there with Mr. Zay Jones to get the go-ahead tutty. We're trying to end this game 3rd and 21. I don't know why I can't have nice things. I'm like almost sacked on every single play, and we have definitely the best offensive line in this game. So again, O-line means absolutely nothing. Let's see how much of a pocket we get. We get fucking nothing, man. This game sucks. Oh my God. Why don't ratings matter? That's all I want to know is why don't ratings matter? All right, I'm done. I'm already telling you right now, I'm done playing this game. We're going to sim it out. Again, I'm recording this on a lovely Saturday, and I had fun making this team, but the gameplay, I can't do it, guys. I don't want to be, super upset, super pissed off all weekend. So hopefully the sim can take us to a Super Bowl, because this gameplay is incredibly cringy and it's rage-inducing, and I don't want to be upset. So hopefully we can be nice and do it with a smile on our face and sim our way to a Super Bowl title here for the Giants as we move past the Washington Redskins 20-10 and head towards the NFC Championship game. All right, here we go in the championship against the Rams. We're going with the scariest team maybe in rebuild history in the Giants against, I think, our 11-win Rams team. So I'm excited to see how well our team performs. And it's apparently not very good, but it's a defensive battle here. And we're trading field goals. So whatever team gets a touchdown first is going to win. It looks like the Rams got their first touchdown. I really love our 99 offense getting 3 points here in the first half. Makes you feel very rewarding for drafting and really building this offense to the best of my abilities. So that we're just nailing field goals here. We're getting turnovers, be it on turnovers, on downs. Right now our punter is the MVP. But we're able to get a 1-point lead with 1:29. Now, this has been a game where the defense has been paramount for both teams. What are the odds the Rams just march down the field and score a tutty right away? And they're going for it on 4th down. They get it on 4th down. Our defense can't stop them. But we get the 1-point lead somehow. I don't know what was going on there. But we'll take it. We will take the 1-point lead, 14-13 over the Rams. And oh my God, what a perfect matchup in the Super Bowl. We're getting to take on Odell and the Cleveland Browns. All right, this is a fairly even matchup here in the Super Bowl. The Giants and the Browns. Obviously, the big Odell trade makes this even more interesting. But we're at 96 overall. They're at 95 overall. So this is just 2 top dog teams. We'll pop a bear this one, too. If things get interesting in the 4th quarter, we'll hop in, see if we can get our own influence on it. But right now, we're playing very well. Jumping out to a 21-10 lead in the first half. Giants are able to get a touchdown late. But we're going to actually try to put up even more points. Look at this, going back and forth. Oh, my God. This is looking like an all-time classic. 35 points of offense. I need our defense to step it up, try to stop Mr. Baker Mayfield. It looks like we're going to give up 40. Is it a race to 40? Let's hope it is. 42-39, 2:30 left. The Browns are going down, but the turnover on downs. 2:24 here for the Giants. The game's online, make a stop defensively. They're going for it on 4th down. They make it. I hate how they make it so much, so consistently on 4th down. Field goal will tie it and send it to overtime, but what? I don't know why they didn't kick the field goal. They were in field goal range on the sim, but Hugh Jackson, I guess, somehow found his way back into the Browns front office. But we got a Super Bowl with the Giants. Those sims were looking so weird. You're following the on-field field arc. It looked like the Browns had the ball like on our 20. So I don't know what happened there, but we will absolutely take a look at that. Jabrill Peppers saying hi to his old teammates, finally getting one. I will say, during this 5-year rebuild, the Browns won the Super Bowl the first 2 years of that rebuild. So, like, maybe that's even more impressive because they're like the new Patriots, and we were able to come in there and knock them off. I don't feel as good as I would if we just strictly built this team up from the ground up like we usually do because we spent so much money in free agency. But look at that, almost 400 yards passing, and, oh, maybe one of the greatest performances ever from a Super Bowl quarterback in Dwayne Haskins there. Just 4 tutties, almost 400 yards. That was just impeccable performance. But, yeah, like I'm saying, because we spent all that money, you know, stretching the realm of realistic, if you will, by being able to get Van Der Esch and Darius Leonard and all those guys that we did in our final free agency period. But hey, that's how we structured our team. We were still on the rookie deal with Dwayne Haskins, and we splurged in free agency just like any other team when we followed the same rules. So hey, screw you if you don't think that was realistic, because we got our Super Bowl Dwayne Haskins hoisting in here for Giants. So ultimately, Giant fans that are still kind of doom and gloom about the Odell Beckham trade and the future of the franchise, things can turn out pretty good if you give just enough time. As look at that battle. Who said 99 deep? We're ranting and raving about our sick defense, and we still gave up 5 touchdowns to Baker Mayfield. But we'll take the Super Bowl victory. The Giants going out on top here. So I leave that with you guys. What new post-free agency team do you want to see next in the rebuild? I'm thinking the Jets, just because of all the big moves that they have made. But I am a man of the people. I'm thinking maybe we do 2 more of these style rebuilds in the coming weeks. So you know, whatever one is the most upvotes or whatever the hell you call it in the comment section, we'll probably do next weekend. But thank you guys for all the continued support here on the channel. Thank you for watching. As always, your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button, smash the like button if you enjoyed. And until next time, it's C4 saying peace out.